All right, for this week's habit, what we're going to focus on is getting protein with each and every meal. Now, when I say protein, I don't necessarily mean like protein powder. You don't have to worry about looking like Arnold. What I'm talking about is getting the macronutrient protein with each meal. This is specifically going to be talking about weight loss. So, when we think about losing weight, we're going to have to be eating a little bit less than our body wants to eat each week. So then slowly over time, our body drops weight. So one of the easiest ways to do this while maintaining our lean muscle mass is including 20 to 30 grams of protein with each and every meal and snack. Now, as you'll see in the infographic here, there's a ton of options to choose from. We talked about this before when we spoke about whole foods. So getting proteins in that we enjoy are key. They're very important to our success. Now, the reason why we want to get protein at every meal is picture we're going to make a bonfire, okay? So picture this for me. You have your fire pit in front of us. If we want to start the fire, what are we going to use? We're going to use kindling, newspaper, twigs, stuff that lights really easily. So the way you can think of that is that's your carbohydrates. That's what you start the fire with. So when you're going to run really far, you're going to do a marathon. They want to use carbohydrates because they burn quick. They're quick fuel, quick turnover, our body can access them immediately. The next quickest thing would be fats. So now if you picture like medium-sized pieces of wood, branches, boxes, things like that, that's going to be your fat. So it burns fast, or not quite as fast as twigs, newspapers, kindling, but it's not quite the long-term solution, fats. Now, proteins are in the money. Proteins are our big ass logs. These things burn long and they burn hard. So when you eat a chicken breast, for example, with your meal, your body has to use more resources to break that chicken breast down than it has to for its counterpart in peanut butter as a fat, or a banana for a carbohydrate. So that protein takes your body longer to break down. And the longer it takes it to break down, the fuller you're going to be. So if you're eating less, but you're eating more proteins, you're not going to feel as hungry. You're going to feel satisfied. You're going to feel okay. So then if you're waiting till that next meal, you're not going to be hangry. Your significant other won't be hiding from you in the house. It's actually a more sustainable option. So some options for protein are things, if you eat animal products, some of my personal favorites, and this is different for everyone, but again, the list is right here. You have it. Chicken. Any kind of chicken. So not just chicken breasts. Chickens, believe it or not, contrary to popular belief, chickens aren't just one giant breast. They have thighs, they have legs, they have wings. I personally prefer buying a whole chicken, and you can rub it down and jerk chicken mix, all this stuff, but make it your own. But chicken's great, beef, salmon, Greek yogurt's extremely high. Now, here's a tip if you're trying to lose weight, but try to avoid the pre-flavored ones because they're packed with sugar. You can make it sweet yourself by adding berries to it. Add some berries, leave it overnight, and that plain, very kind of bitter tasting plain Greek yogurt suddenly becomes very, very tasty if you leave some berries in it overnight. Cottage cheese. If you like cottage cheese and you're cool with the taste, cottage cheese is extremely high in protein. If you're a plant-based eater, it's a little tougher, I'll be honest. Plant-based is tough. I will include an article here for you that gives you some ideas of what you can work with. Likely you're going to need to supplement with a vegan protein powder. And if you're vegetarian, things like whole eggs are great. Add egg whites in there if you can. Sourdough and whole grain bread are decently high. Again, I'll include an infographic here for you there. So you got protein in each meal. So now let's think about it. Let's say you're going to eat a full day's of eating. In your breakfast in the morning, you could have, here's an example. You don't have to follow this case in point, but you have 3 eggs, you have 2 pieces of whole grain bread with it, and you have maybe some peanut butter on that whole grain bread. Well, between those three things, you're probably going to be between, you will be between 20 to 30 grams of protein. For your snack, you have 3/4 of a cup of Greek yogurt with berries, unflavored. That's going to be close to 20 grams of protein. For your lunch, you have a chicken breast with some salad. That's 30 grams of protein. For your snack, you have a protein shake and a banana, 30 grams of protein. And then for dinner, you have steak with quinoa and mixed vegetables, 20 to 30 grams of protein. Now, another benefit to why we want to get this protein in our every single meal and snack is because when we get older, so as our body ages, we naturally start to lose some bone density and some lean muscle mass. Now, if you don't eat enough protein and your body's in a calorie deficit, aka you don't have enough calories, your body is going to get rid of fat, yes, but it's also going to get rid of your muscle. We don't want that. We want to hold on to as much muscle as possible. If we get an adequate amount of protein in our diet and we're doing some resistance training and we're in a calorie deficit, your body is going to be more biased towards getting rid of the fat than it is to get rid of the protein. Or not the protein, your muscle. So getting the right amount of protein plus exercising and doing resistance training is going to equal maintain your lean muscle while you're getting one step closer to your goal each time. That's the habit for this week. Good luck.